Hello friends, in the last lecture we have completed chain device. I have taught you all methods of the chain device, how to convert active into passive and passive into active. I had shown you some examples and also given you some examples to solve. Now I am starting new lesson, that's direct and indirect speech. That topic is very important, so please learn carefully with attention. So let's start direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech. First, let's introduce direct and indirect speech. What is the meaning of direct and indirect speech? Look, now I am directly speaking with you. You are listening, you are hearing me, you are listening me directly. You are hearing my words as they are. Okay, and that is direct speech. In short, direct speech means the actual speaking of two persons. Direct speech means the actual speaking of two persons, that is direct speech. What is the indirect speech? If third person is re-narrating the reporter's speech to someone, then that is indirect speech. Suppose that if my statement is being re-narrated by third person to fourth person, then that is indirect speech. In short, indirect speech means re-narration of reporter's speech by the third person. That is indirect speech. Let's understand direct and indirect speech by some examples. First, direct speech. Look for example. Raj said to Shah, I am going to market. I am going to market. Look, Raj has directly spoken with Shah. What has spoken? I am going to market. And in direct speech, the reporter's statement is given in his own words into double inverted commas without any change. I am going to market. Here, Raj is a reporter. Raj is a reporter. Said to is his reported verb. It is a reported verb. Sham is listener. Sham is listener. And I am going to market. It is a reported speech. It is a reported speech. Just for your information, I am giving these things. Raj said to Sham, I am going to market. In direct speech, the reporter's speech will be given into double inverted commas in its own words. That is direct speech. Okay. Now, indirect speech. I have just told you indirect speech means re-narration of reporter's speech to the third person. Re-narration of reporter's speech to the third person. That is indirect speech. Now look how to convert the given direct into indirect. Though the changes have been based according to the kinds of the sentences. What is the kind of sentence? In the reported speech, it is statement. It is a assertive sentence. I am going to market. Look how to convert into indirect speech. If only said would be given, replace said with said. If said to will be given, replace said to with told. When said to will be there, if listener is expressed, then there will be said to. If listener would not be expressed, then only said will be there. So replace said with said and said to with told. Raj told Shyam. Said to with told. Join both parts with that. Join both parts with that. Now it is in present continuous. Our rule says if it is in present continuous, convert into past continuous and convert personal pronouns into third person. Convert personal pronouns into third person. I converts into he because Raj is there. Present continuous into past continuous. He was going to market. He was going to market. It is into indirect speech. Raj told Shyam that he was going to market. Okay, it is into indirect speech. In this way, we can convert direct into indirect according to the kinds of sentence. I have just introduced you about direct and indirect speech. Now I am going to give 4 charts of rules how to convert direct into indirect speech. So now just you write down this direct and indirect speech and examples. Whatever I have written on the blackboard, you take down. Be fast. I am going to the market. Here, take the. I am going to the market. I am going to the market. Now pay attention here. There are 4 charts of rules how to convert direct into indirect. I am giving those charts one by one. These charts are very important. We have to write all the charts here. First chart is changes in the tense. Chart number 1, changes in the tense. Changes in the tense. Make 2 columns. Just pay attention here. Just take title changes in the tense. Look, if direct speech would be simple present tense, then converts into simple past tense. If direct speech would be present continuous tense, then indirect speech would be past continuous tense. If direct speech would be present perfect tense, then converts into past perfect tense. If direct speech would be present perfect continuous tense, then convert into past perfect continuous tense. Look once again. If direct speech would be in simple present, then converts into simple past. If in present continuous, then converts into past continuous. If in present perfect, converts into past perfect. If in present perfect continuous, then converts into past perfect continuous. There are some other tenses also. Take this part, write down, then I do next part. Write down all 4 sentences. Now look, next tenses. Look, if the direct speech will be simple past, then converts into past perfect tense. Past perfect. If direct speech will be past continuous tense, then converts into past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. If direct speech will be past perfect tense, then no change. There would not be any change. No change. No change. If direct speech will be past perfect continuous, past perfect continuous tense, then also no change. Then also no change. It remains same. If past perfect takes same sentence, if past perfect continuous tense takes same sentence, don't change any tense. Now, future tense, here just will or shall converts into would or should. Would and should. It is first chart. Again, I repeat, if simple past converts into past perfect, if past continuous converts into past perfect continuous, if past perfect tense, no change, if past perfect continuous, same no change, if future tense, will and shall converts into would and should. In this way, it is changes in the tense. Complete this table, then I give next table. Now let's take second chart. It is also same but in different form. Changes in auxiliary verbs. We have to also see how to change tense through that chart. So chart number 2. Changes in the auxiliary verbs. Make 2 same columns. Just 1 minute. serial number, direct speech, indirect speech. If in and is converts into words, are converts into where, was and where converts into had been plus V3. Will and shall converts into would and should. Do and does converts into did, didn't converts into hadn't plus V3. Have into has plus had plus V3. Can converts into could. May converts into might. Must converts into had to. It is second table. Second table has been completed. M is into was, are into were, present into past, was were, had been plus V3, will or shall, would into should, do or does, did, didn't, hadn't plus V3, have or has, had plus V3, can into could, may into might, and must into had to. In this way, changes in the auxiliary verbs. This chart has been completed. Complete this table, then I give third chart. Complete fast. Now, chart number 3. Let's take chart number 3. changes in the adverbs. This into that, this into those, hence into things. Just pay attention here how to change some words into indirect. Just or now into they. I go into before. Today into that day. Tonight into that night. Tomorrow into the next day. Yesterday into the previous day. Or the day before. The day before. The last week, the previous week. It is second number chart, third number chart. This converts into that, these into those, hence into thence, just or now into they, I go into before, today into that day, tonight into that night, tomorrow into next day, yesterday into the previous day or the day before, the last week, the previous week. In this way, we can change some words into indirect speech. Take this table. Now, third chart is a bit different. Changes in the pronouns. I am giving that chart a bit differently because based on reporter and listener, we have to make changes in the pronouns which are in the reported speech. Just pay attention, don't write anything. Chart number 4. Changes in the pronouns. Changes in the pronouns. Just pay attention here. Based on the reporter and listener, we have to make changes in the pronouns. If a reporter would be Ram or he said. If a reporter would be Ram or he means masculine singular, then if pronouns I, me, my and mine. If in direct speech there will be there will be personal pronouns, then look how to change them into indirect. I converts into he, me converts into him, my converts into his, and mine into also his. I converts into he, me converts into him, my into his, mine into his. Now second, Gita or she said. I, me, my and mine. I converts into she, me into her, mine into her and mine into hers. If there would be feminine subject, I, me, my, mine, if personal pronouns will be in the reported speech, I converts into she, me into her, mine into her, and mine into hers. If boys or they said will be there, if boys said or they said will be there, if there will be plural or third person plural, then how to make changes in the pronouns in the reported speech. If boys, they said. If pronouns will be we, us, are and ours, then we converts into they, us into they, our into their, and ours into theirs. we into they, us into them, our into their, ours into theirs. If I say it will be there, and personal pronouns will be I, me, my, mine. Then don't change these personal pronouns. If reporter will be I, and in the reported speech there will be I, me, my, and mine. Then I converts into I, me into me, my into my, and mine into mine. If we say will be there, we say will be there, and if we, us, our, and ours, then we converts into we, us into us, our into our, ours into us. Don't change these pronouns. If the reporter will be we, okay. In this way, we can make changes in the pronouns for indirect speech. There are still some parts, some pronouns. You take till fifth sentence. After that, I shall give you. Complete these 5 sentences, and after writing one sentence, leave one line. After second, leave one line. After third, leave one line. Then I will give further sentences. Now look, next changes. We just look changes in the pronouns according to the reporter. Now according to the listener. If a listener will be said to me, and you, your, into yours, then you converts into I, this you into me, your into my, and yours into mine. This you into I, second you into me, your into my, and yours into mine. If a listener will be said to us, you, your, yours, then you into we, you into we, you into us, our, your into our, years into hours. Then said to him, you were, he was, you into him, you were into his, and he was into his. Now, said to her, look, changes. You converse into she, you into her, you were into her, and he was into hers. Said to them, if the listener will be plural, you are into yours. Then you converse into they, you into them, you were into there, and it was into theirs. In this way, based on the listener, we can make changes in the second person pronouns for indirect speech. Now, you write this further part after the previous part, which you have taken 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These 5 points should be taken in your notebooks. Now pay attention here. After completing this chart, all charts have been completed. Today we have discussed about direct and indirect speech, as well as we have taken four charts of rules which are very important. I have given first chart which is changes in the tense. Second chart is changes in the auxiliary verbs. Third chart is changes in the adverbs and other words. And last chart is changes in the pronouns according to the reporter and listener. These charts are very important. Without these charts, you cannot understand how to convert direct into indirect. So, please recite and read all four charts carefully and with attention. You should know which changes should be made into indirect. After these four charts, I am going to teach you how to convert direct into indirect with kinds of sentences. First is assertive, that is statement. Second is interrogative. There are again two kinds in interrogative, WH type question and yes no type question. Third is imperative and fourth is exclamative. How to convert these kinds of sentences into indirect speech we are going to learn in next lecture. So you should read all these four charts because we have to take help of these four charts while converting direct into indirect. So today I stop here. In next lecture I continue this direct and indirect speech. Thank you.